How nice was it to score in what was your second, third game back?
Yeah, top feeling. Would have been better, obviously, if we got the win. But any attacker, I think, knows that just your first goal um, of a season sort of just gets you going. So I'm glad I got that sort of um, early on.
How have you felt physically and mentally since coming back into the side and being able to kick the ball again and be out there with the boys?
Very good. I think obviously that first game back after such a long time out, mentally, I just needed to cross that hurdle in my own mind. But I think a lot of people here know that I back myself, and like I said, I just had to get through that hurdle, and now that second and third game back, I feel like I've been like I haven't even been out with an injury. So yeah, feel very good physically, very good. I'm building each week. Played 45 against Auckland, so I trust the coaching staff and the S&C coaches to build me back up as they see fit.
What was Adam's message after the point in MacArthur?
I think 1-0 up, we would have. I think we all would have been happy to come away with a 1-0 win and sort of grind out 3 points, but that's not how football works. So, to come back with at least a point after being 2-1 down is, not something we're happy with, but it's better than a loss, and every point counts this season. So now we just need to build.
Steph, do you feel like you've been in a bit of the middle of a tough run a little bit with the fixturing?
A little bit. I mean, Auckland obviously were first at the time. MacArthur are a top 3-4 team. I think they've got a very experienced team, and now Newcastle. So it's three tough games back to back. But then again, you look at the ladder this season, and every game is tough because everyone can beat everyone. So I guess you could say it's a tough run, but now we've got four after this week. We've got 4 away games in a row, so that's going to be tough too.
When you have those sort of long stretches on the road, you're obviously coming in and out of Perth, but what sort of things do you as the squad have to focus on? Because it's probably hard to stay in the moment that whole time.
Yeah, probably prioritizing recovery, I'd say, because the long travel, not that it's an excuse or anything, but the long travel every week back and forth, just making sure that our bodies actually feel good, as opposed to when you play home games in a row, you get those extra days to train and stuff. So but apart from that, you look at it like any other game. You go and you want 3 points, whether it's home or away.
I just want to take you back when you were talking about getting back into it, after your time out. What are sort of the things that you noticed, heading into last week before you scored that you were ticking off in your mind,
As in when I'm coming on.
Yeah. So we feel we're gaining more confidence every week. Like, were there things in your mind that's ready to go?
I get, honestly, like I said before, after that first game, that was all I needed mentally. That 10 or 15 minutes against Wanderers away, that's all I needed mentally to be like, okay, like I'm back, I can do this. So literally since then, I'm just like, all right, I feel back, I feel ready, I feel good to perform. I want to play, I want to score, I want to win. So it hasn't changed since before my injury. How I approach games, like literally that first game back was the last hurdle mentally that I needed to go over to be feeling like myself, like Collar.
Good to have 6-7 on the stat sheet.
Yeah, that's good for the kids, that one.
Defensively this season, you guys have shown that you can kind of sit a bit deeper, soak up pressure, and then play a bit on the counter. Bit of a two-tiered question, but as a winger, how do you find that? Do you find that being able to play on the counter actually opens up a bit more avenues for you than it would if you're dominating the ball? And B, against a team like Newcastle who do like to dominate the ball, is that quite advantageous?
Well, firstly, I mean, that's part of football. You need to attack as a team and defend as a team. So I wouldn't say we are a team that wants to be known as just a team that sort of sits in a block and goes on the counter. but it's good to know that we can do that, and we've got players that can break at pace, and we've got defenders who not are happy to, but are able to defend for long periods of time. Your Brian, your Scotty, or you put the balls in the box, they're going to keep clearing it. So yeah, I don't think that we want to be known as that, but it's still good to know that we can do that. And coming up against a Newcastle, they want to keep the ball, but we want to keep the ball too because we've got good players. And it's not going to be easy because Newcastle are a great team. So I think it's just about balance, and every game's different. I think Central Coast at home a few weeks ago, that was complete domination with the ball. And then you look at some of the away wins, I guess, where it was a little bit more scrappy and it's more grinding and defending, and then, getting a goal or two. So we can do both. We know that. And every game is different.
Steph, new arrival at the club this week in Luca Tenerife. Have you come across Luca a little bit before over in Victoria?
Yeah, I played with him in the Melbourne City youth team for a season or two maybe. So great guy, great player. He can run all day, which is, I think suits Griff in the middle of the park. He likes those sort of dog midfielders like Gio and Will and Bozza, obviously, and the rest, to be fair. So yeah, he's a great addition.